I am back with the Superman Warworld Saga. This is going to be a two-parter, but the last thing we saw, Natasha and the Orphan trying to change the red star of the planet into a yellow star to get Superman his powers back, but Mongo's General, the teacher, was already there. Superman finally getting the power of Necropolis, aka the power of God, but when he got back to his Kryptonian allies, you find out that Cryox betrayed him and was working with Mongo the entire time. Now, our story ends in Superman Warworld Apocalypse, issue number 1. Now, the issue starts off on the battlefield with Superman's allies going up against Mongo's forces, and this is like the last stretch. And on Mongo's forces, you gotta remember, it has Omac, Light Ray, who is now Black Razor, and Apollo, which those last two have been brainwashed to working with Mongo. Shifting the story to Superman, he's now screwed because Mongo's here and he has the kids hostage, and he's like, Krogs, why the hell would you do this? Mongo's like, hey, don't worry about him. Give me the power. Give it to me now. Superman was about to give him the power, which was in the shape of the sword, but then out of nowhere, the cat just attacked Mongo saying, I won't let you do this, truth and justice. But then Mongo just grabbed him by the neck and just put a sword through his stomach. The Mongo just throws Oso's body down to the ground in a disrespectful manner, just pissing Superman off. Because literally the next second, Superman just straight up punched Mongo in the face. The Mongo's like, alright, well, I got the power. I don't need you anymore. Then they start throwing hands for the last time. We then shift the scene to Natasha, Orphan, and the blacksmith because they're going against the teacher, and the teacher has Darling, who is being controlled by him because Darling usually listens to Orphan. The teacher started gloating because he don't see any way that they can beat him, but then Natasha and the Orphan started using teamwork, so the Orphan was able to rip through one of the teacher's creatures using his powers. Even more angry on how the teacher could have helped Orphan and Darling, that he basically hurt him in the process, so the Orphan just straight up annihilates the teacher, and in doing that, destroys another one of Mongo's generals. Then, Orphan was able to free the mind of Darling, so now Darling's on Superman's side. Shifting the scene to where Mongo's forces are attacking Superman's allies, aka the Rebels are able to hold them off at bay, but at the same time, they're still facing their old allies, so it's still not going to be easy. Especially when they're going against Apollo, who is one of the strongest members of the Authority. Back to Superman and Mongo, where their fight is just getting more intense. Cryox trying to intervene, like, Superman, just get him the relic. There's so much more to this. Superman's like, man, get out of my face. Then he looks at the sword. He's like, you know what? Bala said it's not just strength, it's life. Then he tries to get the sword to Oso, which actually works and brings him back to life. And this also means that Oso now has the power of Ogrum. Mongo's like, did you really just waste this power on a freaking weakling? Superman's like, yes. Now get up. I ain't done whooping your butt yet. Shifting to the Rebels, they're still fighting Apollo and they're even having a tougher time. But then out of nowhere, there's a big boom and someone says, we'll take him from here, Midnighter. Then this is Justice League finally helping. Better late than never, I guess. Then they all just go straight for Apollo, just holding him down. Cyborg's like, oh, there's something in his back that's controlling him. Let me take it out. Then Apollo tried to blast him in the face, and he tried to like get Cyborg off him. But then it turns out the Justice League weren't even there. It was just Manchester Black making an illusion so Apollo can take out the brainwashing and take himself. Then Omax appears. Midnighter's like, you really want to fight us? Omax like, no. I'm sorry for what I've done in the past, but we really need to figure out a way to save Light Ray. That's all the time I got, but like I said, it's a two-parter, so I will send the second part later on. Thank you for watching.